Hello Ravens, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Stagger again. I did make a mistake. If you watched this video, I did mess up how the impact versus accumulative impact actually works. My original theory was based off this Gatling gun video where I watched 50 rounds and calculated how much impact that would do, and then tried to figure out, okay, if you add impact plus accumulative impact, what would that actually be? And then compare that to a single bazooka shot with its full impact. And my theory was that only the very first attack on a stagger bar would give you that full base impact. And when I say base impact, I'm referring to this impact right here. There's just impact, and then you have the accumulative impact. And obviously the accumulative impact is substantially lower in this case from the impact, and so that could have some huge effects if only the first round that hits on an empty stagger bar was actually impactful. Unfortunately, that whole theory is wrong, and I proved it wrong by just like in theory right here, I'd only do 450 accumulative impact if there's even just a little bit of stagger. And so I do that by just shooting this guy once and then laser, and so that's how much it does there. And that was actually a pretty big impact from the sword. And so now if we do sword then shoot, you would expect it to be bigger because the impact from that blade would have been a lot more. So it always just comes down to that base. And so if we think about accumulative impact, I consider it like a concrete base layer. Like you build up like this foundation, and as you keep shooting, it'll keep building that up more and more and more, even over a very long period of time. Different weapon systems, it'll keep building that base layer, and then only that last hit really matters on a high impact item like the sword. So you want to finish them with that sword if you can, because then the sword's what's going to be able to boom, just barely get it to that full stagger bar. Just to be clear around impact and accumulative impact, this base that we're trying to build, let's take a look at our Gatling gun and how it shoots. So we're going to get hit, it's going to build up this unit, he's going to drop back down, you're going to shoot, it's going to drop down. So you can see that the impact is actually taking place every time I shoot. It just then it drops back down after every shot. But it's building up this base, that foundation. Every time the accumulative is slowly adding. And all weapon systems will add to it. So all damage in general that it has an impact stat. So you can slowly build up this guy over time, and even with laser cannon you can see it has a huge impact, but then it really declines. Huge impact really declines, and that's a huge trade-off between impact and accumulative impact. So what you want to do is try and build these guys up slowly over time, building it up, and then if you have a high impact weapon like this laser rifle, you'll try and just build this guy up until it's just at a point where you think it's going to land, it's going to really do the damage. And let's say that's like in the orange, then you release, then you can finish off the enemy, and you're good to go. And that was actually based on one of our commenters, one of our viewers. He's the one who pointed out. Huge shout out to him for pointing out the flaw in my theory. I really appreciate you guys helping me learn. We're all trying to learn this together. It's a complex game, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys in the arena.